Hello, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Welcome to your September 2019 reading with me. So, this month I'm using the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. So, if that's not your thing, you don't want to hear it, then I suggest you turn the video off now. I'm also going to use the Zodiac Oracle, as I always do. I'm going to use the Angels of Abundance deck, the Secret Language of Color cards Oracle, and the Goddess Guidance cards. So this month, I'm doing it a little bit different. As you can tell, I'm going to do it by the elements. If you are interested in getting one for your sign, specifically for your sign, go ahead and message me and let me know. I'm open to doing those still. And if you'd like to, you can check out the general readings that I do all the time, year-round. Well, they're available year-round on my Facebook page. So these have been pre-shuffled anyway, but I'm just gonna shuffle in the cards from the last video. And we'll get started. So I'm doing the theme for the month, and then I'm going to do week by week. Each week is an approximate week. The weeks may kind of run together, overlap a little bit for you. Also, if you're craving more, but you don't necessarily want one specific for your sign or to get a personal reading off the menu, remember, you can listen for your sun, moon, and ascendant rising sign. So if your sun, moon, or ascendant rising sign is fire, is one of the other elements, you can listen to those as well. Okay. So, one card from... Nope, we're going to start with the Zodiac for the theme. Fire signs, color card, and goddess card. Okay. Libra, the 7th house, the element water. Orange, nurture yourself, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Okay, so we have an air sign here, Libra. For some of you, in water, for some of you, your confidence level could get in the way if you're not careful. And I don't say that like you've got to walk a tight wire or something. You know, there's definitely room for flexibility here, I think. But if you're not aware of it, that's what I'm trying to say. You might want to bring it into your awareness that your self-confidence, you might be feeling like low self-esteem, low self-confidence, some self-doubts and things like that. But it's actually all in your head. You're stronger than you think you are. You can accomplish what you set your mind to here, as long as it's in alignment with your divine path. So you have water showing up right side up as well, working in your favor, I think, working in harmony. This has to do with the subconscious, superconscious, and your emotions. So your emotions look like they're balanced pretty well. Maybe other people that you're coming into contact with, too. And if you don't find this to be a reality, understand that this is the theme, and this is what Spirit is asking you to do, to balance your emotions, especially with Libra, the sign of the scales, and balance here. Balance your emotions, your self-confidence, your thinking, and align yourself for success. Nurture yourself, right? Water, and then orange, nurture yourself. So, a little factoid here. Orange is said to be the color that corresponds to the sacral chakra, the second chakra, and it actually, the color orange in relation to that sacral chakra symbolizes water. So here we have that, importance to nurture yourself, and bring balance into your life. Okay, so it's a month where if you've been working a lot, it's looking at how can you take care of yourself and bring more balance, so you're not being a workaholic or burning yourself out. Taking care of yourself, maybe bringing in a little play, a little fun, raising your vibration, your emotions, your self-confidence, that kind of thing. If you've been not very active, if you've been sort of just laying around, that kind of thing, might be the opposite. Time to get more active, take care of yourself, take action steps and things that make you feel good, that are self-nurturing. And again, be strong. Whatever you're dealing with, be strong here. Libra, just to go a little bit more into Libra in the 7th house, it also has to do with music. For some of you, you might be writing or listening to music, involved in music somehow. Libra has to do with marriage, partnerships, one-on-one partnerships, and that can be business partnerships, as well as romantic partnerships, friendships, all kinds of partnerships. It does have to do with the law and courts and legalities and things sometimes as well. It has to do with mediation, fairness, justice, balance, as I mentioned, and harmony. And it is in air signs, so it has to do with our thinking, our thoughts, and our communication with others. Okay, so those are your theme cards. Let's go into the week by week. Okay, first week, Rhiannon, Sorceress, Saturn reverse, Watchtower of the North, Winter, and God is your source. Okay, so the first thing my guides are pointing out to me is about your power and your ability to make things happen. Okay, so you have Rhiannon here. It says, Sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality, but you have to have clear intentions in order to manifest your clear intentions into reality. If they're foggy or fuzzy, when it manifests, you're not going to recognize it, and there might be, like some things that you're dissatisfied with showing up. We also have Saturn reversed in Winter here. Winter is this card to me really speaks of going within, being a little bit more introverted, doing reflection, taking care of yourself, taking it easy, nurturing yourself, healing, recuperating, patience. Okay, and it can also have to do with like survival things as well. But really, you think about winter and when it's cold, there's a tendency to go with it, go inside, spend more time resting, and all the things that go along with winter. But I am really seeing, for some of you, there's a need to you're choosing to reflect a little bit about what your true desires are and how you're going to get there, and maybe how they affect others as well. Saturn reverse. So Saturn is the planet of discipline, self-discipline, discipline, structure, time, hard work, things that are built over time, and it's showing up reversed, indicating a blockage or imbalance. Sometimes this has to do with your job or your career. Could also have to do with your life purpose or missions, charitable work, things that are very important to you. In that sense, it can also have to do with raising children, but it also has to do with, or can have to do with your health, right? Can have to do with fitness, can have to do with anything that's a project that gets built over time that requires patience and self-discipline, structure. So that comes up reversed, indicating that blockage or imbalance, showing you that it's time for that to be brought to your awareness and or time for it to be healed. So I think you're doing some reflecting this first week of September, realizing that, and this card comes up saying, like, don't let yourself get down, though. Don't let yourself get too depressed or too down, because you're a magical person who can do it. You can manifest your desires, your heartfelt desires, into reality when you're clear about what they are. And there may also be some steps that you have to take. You may also have to make the choice to maybe make some temporary sacrifices, or to apply self-discipline to yourself. Sometimes in the beginning it's harder than it is once you get used to it. It's like taking up an exercise routine or something. In the beginning you're changing gears, and that inertia effect is really right in your face. It's a little bit more challenging as time goes on. You get more used to it, and it's like a flow and an element of like grace comes with that. So for some of you, this might be about implementing a schedule, or implementing something on a daily basis, like exercise, or like journaling, or it could be really anything. Maybe it's picking up more hours at work, or I don't know what it is, but because of that element of time here and self-discipline associated with Saturn, that could be the situation for some of you. So the last card for this week is God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So, the closing message that my guides bring up here is there's a balancing element here about going within, reflecting on what's within, and the truth of things, and like the material, making it happen, the structure, what steps need to be taken, all of that, and your mental and emotional awareness and belief and faith and attitudes, right? So it's very important that you believe you can. If you're wanting to do something, make some sort of change happen or shift occur, believing that you can, believing that you can not only come out of survival mode with something, or not only get something a little bit better, but believing that you can have whatever you truly want in your heart. But there is that element here of maybe having to make some sacrifices or apply yourself in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to read this one more time. God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. All right, let's check out this second week. Kuan Yin, compassion. The Sun card reversed, words of abundance, and Yule, rebirth. So it's interesting, right at the end of summer, technical summer, because I think the first day of autumn is in the third week of September anyway, you have these winter cards. But winter sort of symbolizes an ending and a birth of a new beginning, right? So you've got like the ending of summer really highlighted here, I think. And then that rebirth card symbolizes a new season for some of you, that autumn, walking into autumn, and understanding that you have the ability to create a rebirth. If you've been feeling, some of you, you're coming to the end of a cycle, some sort of cycle in your life. So you're coming at this fresh. This is like Aries type energy too, with this rebirth in a way. Scorpio, Aries type energy, rebirth. And this is very strongly connected into that winter card. So there's, again, apt to be some overlap here. This has to do with reflection, being introverted. That doesn't necessarily mean isolating yourself. In fact, it could mean coming together with others in a loving way and being jolly and sharing things. But it does, too, definitely point to having time to yourself to reflect. And to rest and rejuvenate. The Sun card represents our energy, our self, our authenticity, who we are, how we shine in the world. And it's showing up reversed, indicating a blockage or imbalance. That's being brought to your awareness, and that's ready to be healed, have some healing occur. Be compassionate with yourself and others. Try to be compassionate with yourself and others here. We have Kuan Yin showing up, that keyword compassion. Okay. And the sun also symbolizes, to me it symbolizes cycles, right? And cycles like anniversaries, birthdays, the end and birth of a season, things like that. Okay. Kuan Yin's card says, release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. That's how I think you unblock your own light. If your light's been sort of snuffed out or kept in the dark, that's how you unblock your own light too. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the other's economic situation. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So there's definitely an element of like mind and attitude over matter that occurs here, and emotions over matter. When you align your emotions, your attitude, your mind to focus in a positive way, you're bringing positive things to you. But for some of you, you might need some time to honestly process your emotions in private, or to just rest and recuperate as well, because some of you may have been like too much activity, too active, or just feeling burnt out or something like that with Yule here. But this is, I think you're approaching the second week of September. You are flipping the energy around. You're approaching a rebirth of a new cycle that is more uplifting. It's an uplifting swing here. It's like the worst is over. If some of you have been going through hard times, the worst is over, or it's coming to an end, and you're picking yourself up as you are more compassionate towards yourself. And that means taking care of yourself and giving yourself what you need and rest and all that, like I mentioned. It's also an energy of creativity, too. If you haven't been allowing yourself to be creative, it's a good time to allow that. And as you treat others with compassion, and you release judgments about yourself and about others, and you start thinking of God and Source and the universe, and in terms of abundance consciousness, and shutting off that like scarcity consciousness, then you're starting that upswing with the cycle here into a new cycle, new things coming about for you, new light. Was there more? No, I don't think there's more. Really, just the message here that like it's within your power. The Sun card, it's within your power. It starts within you. Okay. Third week, September, you have the moon card, cycles, employment change, Mercury, Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart compel the universe to deliver great love to you. So again, we're talking about cycles here with the moon, but we're talking about faster paced cycles than we do with the sun card. Okay, so this often has to do with your moods, your emotions, your subconscious, your superconscious, your sleep cycle, all of that with the moons here. It can also represent women, but I think it's more shorter cycles. This is like within a month, within a week, what's happening within a month, what's happening within a week, what's happening within days or nights, than that sun card. Okay, so it's sort of coming from like a macro cosmic view into a microcosmic view, and I feel like that's good because you're like getting into the details of things. We also have Virgo energy around in the sky. You're getting into the details of things and adjusting things in a way that really suits you better. Mercury, we're talking about communication, thoughts, the mind, and travel with Mercury. So some of you, there might be a trip at hand, or you might, it definitely has to do with your mind and the way you're thinking. That's still, a thing. That the second and third week, really the first week, all of September up till now, it's really important, like, to have healthy thoughts. If you choose, free will and all that, you don't have to, but the cards are saying, you really, if you want to be happier, pay attention to what you're thinking and saying in your head and saying to others, and make sure it's, positive and with love and compassion. Some of you may be talking about love. You might be talking about a crush, a romance, with your partner. You might be receiving messages from someone, who really loves you, and it doesn't have to be sexual. It could be platonic. It could be a parent or a grandparent, a relative. It could be a friend. You're receiving messages of love, some of you. Or you're giving them a communication here. It's there, love. And if it's not there, it may be coming in this fourth week. I just caught a peek at the fourth week, and you have the card Leo here, which is the card of the heart and love. So definitely available in there for a lot of you if you're willing to open yourself to it and embrace it. And love yourself first, because if you're not loving yourself and you're just being really negative and self-hating, you're going to push it away. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to push it away. Then you have employment change here. It says your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So yeah, some of you might change jobs right now in this time period that I'm talking about. For others, this might be like the seed is planted for this. For some of you, it could be promotions within your current career field, or, under your current employer, promotion of some sort. Some of you, it could be starting to take some classes or go back to school, working towards this career that you're going to be building, and starting the change that way. Some of you may lose a job so that you can find something better, or you might not lose it. You might give it away. You might just leave and say, nope, done. Not in alignment with me anymore. Can't do this. Won't do this anymore. So that card can really manifest in a lot of different ways. Even it can even be more like, let me read it. It can't even be like things changing within your job or within yourself that makes your work better. Okay, so really depends a lot from person to person. Moving on to the 4th week now. 4th week, you have leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Not sure how well you're seeing these cards. Hopefully you get a pretty good view. Leo, the 5th house. Raise or promotion. And fire, your own element, passion. So here, I think, a lot of you are feeling more in your element than the first part of September, because here we have your own element. This is passion. And we also have Leo, the 5th house. So for some of you, this is your sign. For the rest of you, this would be your sister sign. And it's an energy of fun and pleasure and children. For some of you, it might have to do with children, or it could be your own inner child, playfulness, exploration, adventure. But, you want to be a little bit, do you want to be, leap of faith, though. So Leo can, on its so-called shadow side, right? Because we have shadow, there's like light and shadow sides of each sign. Leo can be a little bit egotistical, can be a little bit immature. But I was going to say you might want to just be careful or aware of that. But we have leap of faith here. So if your inner child wants to come out and play and it involves risk, the cards are saying go for it. Take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action. If it's your heart's true desire, the cards say go for it. Take a leap of faith. Okay, follow your heart. Follow your passion. And raise your promotion is here. Also, it says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. So following your divine guidance, you've got some sort of raise or promotion. This very well could be financially. This could be in some other way, shape, or form too. Like if you've been wanting to see your children more, and you have partial custody, or you've been working a lot and you haven't been able to see them that often or something like that, and you've been wanting to, some of you may get to with this raise or promotion, this Leo card here. For other, the way this comes through, it's apt to be money. Again, for some of you, this very well could be money, but it reads, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. So whatever makes you feel abundant, right? Maybe that's a love connection, romance, time with somebody in a romantic setting. Maybe that's adventure. Maybe that's whatever that is. That could be coming to you in higher doses, so to speak. Okay. And it's a result of your positive focus and your willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Remember that you deserve it. Remember that, and keep up the good work. It says, keep that positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Following your passion, following your heart. All right, fire signs, I hope you enjoyed that it was useful and beneficial. If you want more, remember you can message me and ask about the September readings for your sign. I'm open to entertaining that. Or if you'd like to check out for a different element based on your sun, moon, or ascendant rising sign, or if you'd like to get a personal reading from the year-round menu, that's available on my Facebook page. And if you can't find it, just let me know. I'll show you the menu, and you can let me know. All right, have a great September. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.